Well, 1890, first time that the Barbarians were established. We're talking 135 years ago. This just shows you how beautiful this long-lasting, beautiful game of rugby is. I mean, having a look at some of those old footages, not including you, Breyty, you're not that old, I promise, you're not that old. I was talking about the black and white pictures. Gentlemen, Baa-Baas, both of you had the privilege of being part and parcel of it. What is it like that week leading up when you get that call? We talk of international rugby, but Baa-Baas is something special, eh?
Owen, goosebumps. I remember my first call-up, I had the opportunity to go with the Boks to Texas.
Yeah.
And I turned it down because the Baa-Baas called. And when the Baa-Baas call, you need to oblige. And I tell you what, Owen, for me...
There we go.
It was really, really special to be part of such a wonderful tradition. Just the rivalries getting together and just connect the way they do, it is unheard of. It is something that's so special, and it's so good to see in this modern-day competitive era of rugby that the Baa-Baas are still people like to see and people go and watch and people support. It's wonderful as an ex-Baa-Baas player.
Can I blow yeah, just 2 seconds. I just want to explain something. When the Baa-Baas started, you had to wear your club, because it all started in club socks. This was in an amateur era. So I want to ask Breyton, your first Baa-Baas game, what socks did you wear? Because that's very important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
My Marty's socks. Very important, yeah, because my first club was Stellenbosch University, Marty's, and I was happy to wear them because that's where ultimately it all started for me too.
Yeah.
So it's something very personal that you have to take into a Baa-Baas game. So for me, forever grateful for for Marty's as well, for that institution. But Owen, the friendships, the parties, the little
leave the
training.
parties. I've got someone to ask a question there.
No,
leave the parties.
Okay,
Bobes, you were head of entertainment for many, many years on and off the field.
I used to win on the field and off the field.
Yeah, your Baa-Baas
bonus points. First of all, let me give this man some of his flowers. Scored a hat-trick for the Springboks against the Baa-Baas. Scored a hat-trick for the Barbarians against some other side.
You talk about flowers. Let's give the guy some...
No.
Proper love.
Thank you, brother.
Proper legendary.
Thank you.
Legendary.
We would say you must do your somersault, but he says it's just he's approaching 50, so he'll keep it.
Or his wig might just fall off. I had a chance and opportunity. I just came back from injury 2004, and somehow it was organized to get into the next year. Flying head.
I think let's freeze. Wait to your statement. Please explain that picture to us. The way you explain to the viewers.
It was one of those things, you have to take it up the gut sometimes. And I had these platinum boots that I wanted to show off, and I'm wearing the Raiders socks there. That is me.
The old turfu.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
and it was important for me to, especially, I just moved from the Lions going to the Sharks, but something that I wanted to make sure that I can commemorate that day and the club and the people what they have done. So, Marty Holler and old, they were trying to give me a hug. I was trying to bust the line.
looks like you went through that.
Did you see how heavy those legs looked?
You did say you come back from injury.
But it was one of those. Came off the bench, and it was such a special moment because the Australians just won the Cook Cup Test match against England. So the boys, we only saw them on Tuesday. We had such good fun. Matt Kito and Matt Hanjak took me out in London just to show me around. One of the funniest stories was that we were trying to get into this place, and it was 23 rugby players standing outside of this
establishment.
Posh one.
Right.
So I think David Beckham pulled in with the limo, and he went in, and then the bouncers looked over and they saw us. They said, "There is no way you guys are coming in." So we got kicked out, and we went to the Cheers bar next door. But it is exactly that. It's spending time with people that you don't really get to spend time with. And for me, it was quite special because I got to face the haka again. We're up against the All Blacks, and it was the wrong time to be up against the All Blacks if guys haven't slept much. And it was funny because whilst we were watching All Blacks do their haka, one of the new guys who just came onto the scene and is a Tongan shame, and we just saw this guy bumbling and fumbling through the whole haka, and Lottie Tekiri sitting next to me says, "Oh, look, mate, that guy's just off the boat." So it's those kind of memories that I'll carry with me, especially when it comes to the Barbarians and what it means, just the camaraderie. And Bob Dwyer said something, which I think these, I know I'm throwing there. I'm taking it to the heart, right?
You said it the whole day.
I'm taking it to the heart. Bob Dwyer said something just before the game. He said, you know what, it takes you 40 to 50 games to build a reputation. You can lose it in one. Make sure this game is not the one.
Okay, Bob Dwyer, an Australian coach, won the Rugby World Cup, 91 Rugby World Cup. Raiders is a rugby club here in Johannesburg, so that's the socks that Gcobani